Sweet. Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 21, the week of Thanksgiving. This is the meeting of the SIG Network Policy API subgroup to SIG Network. This is a CNCF sponsored meeting, so please be nice to each other. And yeah, let's have a productive day. So coming off of KubeCon, we had two talks, one involving Maintainer Shack, just kind of, intro and update for the working group as a whole. The other focusing specifically on admin network policy. I think both went really well. There's a lot of interest, not even a lot of questions, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but a lot of folks coming up and saying they really appreciate the work we're doing. In line with that, we've had some new pointers to some Microsoft folks who hopefully can help out with getting Cilium's implementation done. So we're kind of working through stuff with them and seeing if we can make it happen. Yeah. So one of the other things that came out of KubeCon was we started actually making more of a timeline for when we want to get to beta. This is obviously relevant to you, Rahul. In our project board now, you can see, I guess I can share my screen. You all are just going to have to see my evil amount of tabs. Sorry. Okay. You can see we now have a timeline for V1 Beta 1. Basically what the timeline is set at right now is everything is set to be done March 1st, if it's not already done. Obviously folks can go in and change the dates to be a little bit earlier. Our ultimate goal though is to get our API to beta by March 1st. Now, the enhancements that we're trying to bring to beta are all in our project, and we're basically have locked them down at this point. So obviously we have FQDN selectors for egress traffic, tenancy, conformance profiles, and egress traffic selection. Those are kind of the features that we've decided as the steady state that we want to get to beta with. So yeah, Rahul, I guess this applies to you as well. Obviously, if you want to go in and set, more of a fine-grained timeline for FQDN, I'd encourage you to. If not, that's totally all right. But it is definitely one of the features that we decided need to be there for our beta release. So
sounds good. Thanks for the update.
Cool. Yeah, and I'd say there was a lot of excitement about all these features, so I'm pretty excited about getting it done. It's just a matter of, I think we needed a actual timeline to work against rather than just saying we're gonna get it done when it's done. So cool. Okay, I'll stop blabbing. Anything else from KubeCon folks want to add?
No, I think there's one point that I found interesting is that after the admin network policy talk, I think someone actually came up to me and say that they're all using the Calico policies in the clusters right now, and how if they really wanted to move to admin network policy, and how to sort of like ensure feature parity, and B, is there actually a migrator that does that? I was like, so the Calico global policies right now have tons of fields, right? So there might be something that we can't match the feature parity because it just doesn't make sense as an upstream resource. But I think there are still interest in something like a migrator, which is a really interesting point to me. But I'm not too sure on whether that's should be something on the roadmap, or because it's really sort of like implementation specific, right? So if we were to have something like that, there are tons of CNIs, not tons of, but a lot of CNIs right now that have their own sort of like CRDs. Maybe nothing like a migrator, but it will also be good that if for some very basic policies, like something like control, I don't know tendency is the right example, but something like control basic cluster level traffic
it will be good if we have some sort of like comparison between some of the downstream implementations or the APIs, so that people can have a quick reference on if they wanted to rewrite this in terms of admin network policy, what would it look like? So this
Cool.
just some sauce that comes up after talking to someone after KubeCon. But
I think that makes sense. I don't know how to incorporate that into our roadmap because I don't think it's really our job as the upstream maintainers to be writing like conversion tooling for downstream specific APIs, right? Like if a customer comes to Calico and says like we want ANP, right? Because we don't want to be locked in to Calico. Calico needs to facilitate that, not us, right? So I think it is a balance, and I don't really know what it's going to be yet. Now, if we want to write a conversion webhook or some sort of conversion tooling for like core network policy to say a future developer network policy, that makes a lot of sense, right? So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I don't necessarily want it to do like right away, just the start out, because I think when the admin network policy actually matures and more people wanted to try this, there's actually probably going to be some need for this. That's essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Hey Nadia, you can go ahead.
Hello. I just wanted to add that maybe we definitely, I think, don't want to write the conversion code itself, but maybe we could have some kind of a table just, having marks on which features of different plugins may be implemented with admin network policy already. And then how that happens is not something we implement, hopefully.
Yeah. Cool. That's some good points. Okay. And then, oh, sorry, jumping ahead in my brain. Then Nadia opened a PR for adding tenancy API design suggestions. Sweet. Okay. So I'm assuming this is just kind of a call to action for us to get off our butts and review it. Is that right, Nadia? Or is there more you want to say about this?
Exactly. Yes. I hope I provided. I don't have the API itself yet there. I just have the API section of the NPAP document. So we discuss how we want to implement that. As soon as we converge, I just either will create another PR or add to this one the implementation for that. I hope I have outlined almost all the possible options. So we just need to argue which one is best.
Okay.
So yeah, I imagine that can take some time. So let's get started.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. So yeah, for folks watching the recording, please give number 178 a look. I also think like let's use Slack. We got a few new people in our Slack. Nadia, I can do it even. Like let's let folks know on Slack that you open this and that we're ready to start reviewing it. Because I bet you there's other people who aren't here who would give it a check. You could also even cross post in Sig Network Slack. Like I think we should start doing that more often, like more of an open communication with them rather than just like mailing list threads and stuff. Cool. Okay, y'all. Is there anything else we want to discuss today, or do we want the time back to go and review some fun stuff? Oh, obviously FQDN as well.
Yeah, same thing. Just call to action.
Long time. Yeah.
It's just user stories too. So I hope we're all pretty much on the same page. Like we can tweak wording, but I think from what I've heard, everyone's happy enough with the stories at large. So hopefully it should be an easy review.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another pass. The last time I looked at it, I was generally ready, like happy with it. So if I still am, I will just give it the +1. And then I like to get Dan's +1 as well, and Nadia.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you've been reviewing this, like I feel better that everyone who's reviewing it gives it a +1. So it looks like Dan, me, and Nadia should all try to give this a +1 at some point. But yeah, good call.
Yeah, I'll ping the Slack as well.
I'll do around today as well.
Sweet.
Thanks.
This is what you're gonna do over Thanksgiving dinner, right, Yang? Yeah. No, I know. You got more important things going on. Okay, cool. Hey Brian, how's it going?
Hey guys.
We were actually just about to finish early and get some time back. When
Sounds
you
good.
hopped on. So
Oh, one last
Sorry, yeah.
minute thing, like
Yeah.
just announcing it officially on the meeting, right? Like we are going to go for the cider blocks as an in API peer. So I will do the API change for that. And then we can get it in maybe same to what we did for the nodes peer, which just merged last week.
Sweet.
So also a heads up for Yang, if you want to start the timelining when Andrea can do the nodes implementation from the experimental channel.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at it. But I don't think ciders specifically will be a problem at all.
Yeah, I think ciders are not merged yet. I hope to get it merged after the whole Thanksgiving holidays and before Christmas. But nodes is already merged.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll discuss with the Entra folks and see what timeline is.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet. Thank you, Surya. Okay. Anything else, folks?
I know I've been sitting on the pod selector conformance test for a while. I'll try to get that done this week and get another review.
Yeah, just poke me. I don't know if I had actually reviewed that one. I can't remember, but
Yang looked at it, but I wasn't
Okay.
quite done, so I'll do another
Cool.
one.
Yeah, I want to review it too, Brian. So feel free to tag me in the channel when you're ready with it. And I think
Okay.
Yang, you also had another PR for named port conformance, which
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you
think
got wrong.
Andrew poked me because I never resolved some of your comments. That's my bad. I've already resolved and rebased it. So if any of you can
Got
take
it.
it
I'll
at a
review
pass,
that as well. Yeah,
sounds good.
I'll get to it.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Cheers.
Sweet. Good job, y'all. We are like the review powerhouse right here, everyone on this call. Spend a bunch of time reviewing. I feel like we should get like points if you could somehow quantify reviews. See who's winning.
Hey, it's leaderboard.
Yeah. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, cool. Well, I will give everyone the time back today. Short meetings are not always bad meetings, so I'm pretty happy about it. And yeah, I hope everyone has a really good Thanksgiving this week. For folks who are in the US, for folks who are not in the US, I hope you have some really great, focused, quiet time to review some NPEPs. And yeah, I will see everybody in 2 weeks from now. So yeah, have a good rest of the day. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you all. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks all.